lean back with the less pull. Shit I smoke is like cholesterol.
You know, some teenagers my age, they think they are like ready for the game, right? Now let me tell you, if you're not ready for the game, you're not ready for the game.
I like you got two. Are we swollen? Do we look swollen?
Oh yeah, you both had dental operations today.
We did, and you know what's crazy?
On the eve of Juneteenth.
I think I sound perfectly normal.
You sound mostly normal. You guys look. I mean, we all look the same right now because I have Zin in.
We're all the same.
Everyone looks like they have a horseshoe of Zins in.
That's
Zen
sick.
is a great equalizer.
There would have been. There was a time when I would have been double horseshoe. Right now, in this moment, I would have been like quad horses.
You would have been like a dude ranch.
That would have been a dude ranch. No, I'd been a
covered in cum and horseshoes.
Sweat and nicotine.
And nicotine.
And I was gonna say like a breeding ranch.
That's what a dude ranch is.
Is that what
Hello.
That's
Texas.
what that is.
Tejas.
That's what that's for.
You want to know what I always think about, Zivan? I think about this moment that we had recently where you were upset that I was critiquing.
Yeah, you bring these up quite a lot.
Let's
actually.
go. I want to hear it.
Critiquing an impression that you did
Who'd you
of
do?
John Malkovich.
Oh, yes.
And I said it sounded like Werner Herzog. And then I was thinking this could be fun. Zivan, why don't you do all the impressions in your Rolodex?
All of my impressions?
Yeah.
Is your Malkovich impression just from Rounders?
My John Malkovich is actually an impression of an impression because it's me trying to do Bill Hader's impression that he did in front of John Malkovich.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk like Bill Hader talking to John Malkovich.
No.
I can't even remember his name because I'm so angry.
I think you're not fully grasping.
This is awful. I don't want to do this with you even a little bit. This is the last thing I want to do.
All right, fine. I'm just,
So I want to do everything I know how to critique.
I don't know how to do. I don't. So you're saying
Sip. Mid argument. That was kind of a cordial pause to a disagreement.
It was.
You both sipped at the same time. It's almost like you both gave up on it.
A little bit.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want.
I'm over
Totally
it.
fine.
Until I'm on another podcast with this guy.
Yes.
It might be the last. Might be the first and last time.
Goes back in the chest. I saw that you did the poor man's podcast before me.
You've never done it?
No.
Wait, have you done it, Pete?
I did it once, yeah.
That's sick.
I had Chris on here once.
God damn it.
It was just very serendipitous the way I met Chris. We were he was cleaning up his little wires after a show one day, and I said, "Hey man, what's up? I'm Nate." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then Alyssa brokered a deal where she was like, "Chris thought you were really cool, and he wants you on the pod." And I went,
He, my friend, thinks you're cute, dude.
Yeah.
"What?"
He, my friend, thinks you're cute, dude.
He, my friend, saying the cute dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he made a good thing. All right, there's zero laughs in this, guys. We gotta get laughs up.
There's zero
farted a
laughs
little
because there's no audience. Nate, we're just talking to one another.
It's all right. Yeah, we're fine.
I'm all laughs, man. I'm all laughs. I'm driven by the laugh.
So good. You're poor again. That's fun.
Yeah. It was fun while it lasted.
You were rich. What were you buying when you were rich?
A lot of takeout.
A lot of takeout.
A lot of comic books.
DoorDash.
Yeah. I was also just like buying a lot of people drinks a lot of the time.
That's nice.
Which means ideally that's going to come back my way. It
Probably
won't.
not. No.
It will not.
I bought you a drink recently. I brought you lemon drop
You
to
did,
the head
yeah.
to get you.
So a half an ounce of alcohol.
Yeah.
But of a high concentration.
True.
But with lemon.
I'm more relieved than anything to not have this job.
It's a lot of responsibility having a real job.
It's a lot of responsibility. I didn't really feel like I was doing much of anything. I mean, I was, but it wasn't like anybody knew. Every day I would show up and I would have some idea about what I was going to do, like how I was going to tackle some problem. And I would describe it to maybe my boss, and he'd be like, I guess, sure. And I would do it, and it would be fine, and it would work. And then he'd be like, okay, well, because the 70-year-old vice president would really prefer that you just kind of look into some machine learning stuff. And I would be like, what does that mean? He's like, I don't know, but have it done in 2.5 weeks, or I'm going to kind of threaten to fire you the whole time.
And then it happened.
And then he laid you off.
It was a revenue cut. So I did find out that it was a bunch of people getting laid off, and there is the possibility of rehire.
And now your big smart plan is to go into academia.
That is correct.
I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan. I'm the child of an academiac.
Yeah, it works if it works. I think academia. Well, I think. Yeah, you might fare more well in academia.
We'll see. You know.
What you're gonna keep with physics? You could totally do. You could just do a GRE. You could become a philosopher if you wanted to.
I could do that. Still physics. Do
you want to make money doing comedy?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do like odd jobs until you get really good at comedy?
Because I still like physics, I still want to pursue it. It's just two things that I want in my life. And I figure I'm single, I'm childless, I'm healthy.
That you know of.
I feel like I have the bandwidth to try two things.
So you want to spend 2 years getting a master's in physics?
Probably be like 6.
This is retarded.
No, I think
it's so dumb.
No, I very.
I mean, it's one or the other.
No, I think very little in my life.
I think it's possible to do both.
Ken Jeong, man. You're gonna.
He did one and then the other. You're just delaying.
No,
comedy.
I thought Leslie Chow. He did a little bit of both. He dipped his toe in both.
I'm sure he did. I mean, I'm sure it delayed. I'm sure he would have made it in comedy much faster.
I don't know. I think I'm of the mind that like, if you had like, it's almost like. It's like how like the busy mom in like an 80s show like has to get things done. Like that would be Zivan. It's like, I gotta do school and I gotta do a set and I gotta honestly get a kid
Straight
and
from
get
the lab to the mic.
I mean, that's what I was in college and I did.
Great
that.
set, kid, but lose the lab coat.
You're picturing the right thing, but we're talking about Zivan here, where it's I gotta do school and I gotta do a set. Oh no, I'm depressed.
That's true.
Oh no, I'm depressed.
When you could just work a job that pays rent and become a professional comedian.
No, but
I have thought about that a little bit. Like, why don't I just kind of get some bullshit part-timey thing to kind of just stay alive for as long as comedy takes? That's true. And you know what? I could have done that right as I graduated. Like, I could have done that right out of school.
We all should have done it out of high school.
We all know that sets a really bad precedent. There's some people that it's like they're like you're not gonna make like don't do that like no like learn how to like
I would do that right out of high school. Yeah, I was about to say
if I get a job.
If I could weld.
You mean
you don't just go out of high school, live with your parents, not have a job, and do comedy.
Some people do.
Some people do.
Yeah, there's a person.
I'll just say it's still important to me that I pursue physics in a professional setting. It's still something that I want.
Would you live with just being always semi-professional, if not amateur, at stand-up comedy, but you live out your physics dreams? Would you make that deal?
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what it would look like. Like, I don't know. What if it turns out I actually do have time to go to shows on the weekends? I do have time to go to mics in the evenings, Maybe that's like the case. Maybe it's possible.
I'm saying like right now, what you do right now, but you get to accomplish a lot of physics goals, if not all of them. The dream physics goals. You get a Nobel Prize in physics.
Well, if I get a Nobel Prize, I'm never touching a microphone ever again in my life. But
what? That's
I mean, that would be insane. But no, I just think it's possible, and I have a lot of time to do comedy, and I'm still getting good at it. I don't think that I'm like,
I feel like we have less time to do comedy.
What do you mean?
We're going to be 30 soon.
Most people pop off when they're like 35.
Yeah, and that's after 10 years of...
It'll be 13 for me when I'm 30. Or wait, how many?
How many years
in you'll be? 14 for me, yeah.
14 years in by the time you're 30?
Yeah.
You've been doing comedy.
Not by the time I'm 30, by the time I'm 35. By the time I'm 30, it'll be 9 years. So right on that decade mark.
Yeah. there would be guys that I knew that would be like, I was professional in 5 years, and then they were in LA.
Yeah.
But then that'd be like professional, like hosting like dog shows. Like
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good.
If you got $600 to like frequently, it'd be like child beauty pageant MC host to subsidize your stand up MC and stand up career. Would you do it?
Yeah, I guess there's gonna be some odd gigs that come along, like this certain show we're not gonna name that might be on the 22nd of July. No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Toby show. I'll cut it out.
Toby?
He's putting on a fucking festival.
Oh, that guy who just was like, I'm putting on a festival.
I need 90 comics.
Oh, yeah.
40 of you are getting paid.
Here's a gun.
It's kind of a six. It's like a Saw setup. It's like underneath your chair.
Your whole life, you've stolen material from the abused and the innocent. Now,
It's like, and then you know how it's like it gets, and then if they kept going with it, it gets more and more abstract. It's like
you stole a concept that Patton Oswalt was dealing with in one of his earlier specials. So now I've stolen your kidney.
yeah, but no, I just knew there was a jumping off point. We can all tell that my take was
You have
different.
10
It's different
minutes
punchlines.
It was different punchlines.
before the whole room fills with laughing gas. Get it?
You roasted Pradeep at the riff mic.
No, come on, it's in group. You're telling me that Asian and South Asian isn't the same.
And you'll be roasted now.
Alive.
The room will fill with
That was great, though.
propane gas.
He attacked you personally. You had to go back.
He did.
He finished his, and I said to myself, and Zivan was next to me, I said, Nate better go after him.
Yeah.
You better
I was saying, like,
What do you mean? Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah.
He was getting
you
so
better step on the gas.
under the skin, because I was just like, dude, call me ugly, call me dumb. Don't call me don't call me a hack in front of my coworkers. I will kill myself. That will happen.
I mean, it was good that I got to Eminem that again.
Yeah,
I got to. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I already know what you're gonna say,
And then
so
every-
I'm gonna say it for you.
I am a hack. I do Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh gosh, wings
then-
on his shirt already. Scarps spaghetti. I don't know.
That's all right. We don't know. That can end.
Scarps. We got it.
That didn't need to be
The bit can
anything.
end there. Yeah, it's fine.
It was
Pete
good.
never tells anybody to stop. He just goes, that can be the end of that.
We can cut.
I don't want you to feel like you need to keep talking.
And then everybody called him Prateep the rest of the night. It was
Prateep?
on an accident, and Chuck kept saying it, and I was laughing.
Yeah, it was good. Cass actually ripped him. She's like, "Are you fucking idiot?" She's like, "Just say his name."
That's a fun mic. That's a good. I like that. I like.
Are
the
my
riff.
feet smelling? Is that why?
No. I just
wanna
I like
light a
candles.
candle.
I think candles. Are
There we
good.
go.
I love candles. I love vanilla.
Zivan's a kinetic guy. You know, I had a
Physics.
seashell in my car, and he was loving it.
Yeah.
On the way here,
I
he was
do-
fucking
I do.
rocking. He was
I was.
he was assaulting that seashell.
It was like
Just every single thing you could, just every crevice. Just
I was pretending like it was a microphone.
Things about you just upset me.
you can't wait. I just love how you say that after this guy couldn't stop touching the seashell. You're like, certain things just fucking get under my
Can I be
skin.
excused?
No, I get that though. That's that's a totally fine thing.
Yeah.
Texturally, seashells are nice.
I
Like a
catching stuff.
starfish would be unreal. Like
Dude.
oh, big starfish.
Giving
big
a starfish it's a high five for me. It's more like a body five for them. I don't
big dried out starfish though that you can like hold. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like
Yeah.
in,
throw
like,
it an attacker.
Yeah,
Like you know, you kind of look like Mermaid Man a little bit.
yeah. We got same build.
Same.
Same power set, same stats.
That's evil.
And you could be Barnacle Boy.
Yeah, yeah. If
Now
he was
that I'm
like,
looking
if
at
he
it.
was like shredded, yeah, that'd be. Good.
We were doing that the night we had all you guys over. We were saying who was who for SpongeBob.
Oh, for SpongeBob?
Yeah,
I don't know. We did. I think did we decide that Nate was Larry the Lobster?
yeah. I think so.
That's actually. Dude,
And then-
I'm getting actually
hey,
pretty good.
Was I Sandy Cheeks?
We said Brandy was Sandy Cheeks.
I'm gonna
Brandy's
kill
gotta
her.
be Sandy.
She's dead.
You're not a gay squirrel.
Is Sandy a gay squirrel?
Yeah, she's gay as fuck.
She's bi.
She's a big squirrely.
But she's
dyke.
from Texas, and she likes space.
Yeah, she's from like Austin.
Yeah, it's true. She is.
She's canonically from Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, she was from Houston because she's from like the space program.
Oh, I mean,
Who knows?
I
Who
don't know.
Are
cares?
you lying right
No,
now?
that's.
I
like,
just yeah, sorry.
it's
I
SpongeBob
fabricated
lore.
a
Who
little bit of
cares?
information.
The
I don't know if
point
it's
is-
canonically correct.
The point is, you're Squidward.
I'm Squidward.
Yeah.
I'm not
the I'm when he said it like that killed me. A little
That's
bit.
not.
You're like a horny Squidward.
You know,
Squidward
horny I will
is
not
horned up,
dispute. But Squidward's like an asshole,
No,
guys.
You're an asshole when it's the right time to be an asshole.
You know what? I will say I am an
and
asshole
also
about,
when
like,
it's
art.
the wrong time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
But like in a good way.
I don't think for the most part. Like I think you'll be more quiet if you actually have something. If you're more you won't say the asshole thing. You might think it like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I
Yep.
think you'll have a cutting thought in your head, but you just let it sit.
I mean, I don't know.
Have you said anything
Not all the
mean
time,
to
not
a
all.
lady lately?
Have I said anything mean to a lady?
Yeah.
I did a couple of weeks
You
ago.
need a soundboard.
I was hanging out with this one woman, and I'll tell you what, I don't remember what I said because I was really drunk, but we'd kind of been
Heard this
hanging
one,
out
heard
a
this
little
one.
bit, going, to this and getting dinner and whatever. And so we go to this concert, and this person is very, like, you know how there's people at work who you'd never know what they're thinking because they're very locked down emotionally.
You telling me this is a coworker?
This is not a coworker.
All right.
This is not a coworker. I'm just making a connection.
Yeah.
She is like that.
Very
Like, I never
stoic.
know if she likes anything. I never know if she is like trying to be ironic about stuff.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, dude, can you just like, so it's like it's hard to. It feels uncomfortable hanging out with her sometimes because I feel like I'm with like my aunt's friends. You know.
Oh, yeah, you just don't know.
But it's weird because she's like 30. She's not this like.
What does she do to you physically?
What does
Like-
she do to me physically?
Like how does she make you feel?
Yeah.
Well, she's attractive. I think she's good looking. Although, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, I must have said something to her on the car ride home to the effect of, "I never know what you're thinking, and it feels like you're kind of emotionally dead."
Well, the first part is fair. The first part is maybe you can be constructive or something. You can build from there.
Oh, I love you.
Oh my
But-
God! The
but-
second half is tough.
So she said, "Okay, we can hang out, but it has to be da da da. I don't really want to do one-on-one." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." And then I was thinking, like, I don't think I actually like hanging out with her. Like, I think that's actually true. Like, I don't actually enjoy myself when we spend time together. So I'm okay to just let that kind of, go into the ether.
This is a pattern.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No one's denying that it's not a pattern.
First conflict, we're done.
I don't know. This one,
Or
you were on this
Or
one a
she
while.
sucks.
30 conflicts in a row.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say you were
true,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
one a while. That's
Yeah.
I don't. Really.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay.
As
I'm
long
okay
as you
with-
know when the good one comes around.
Yeah, that's my issue. Is I think I'm only good at the true negative. I'm never false positive, and I'm never true positive. I'm only like, I know when something's bad, and I know when something I think is bad. I don't know what good looks like.
But what you said, would you attribute that to alcohol, or did you generally not know it was okay to not say that?
I
That was
mean-
more
I think
subconscious.
I think you know that telling someone they're emotionally dead is probably going to lead to probably be like that's probably a tough thing.
I love the picture of drunk Zivan just being like, "All right, it's time to end this. We're going to
Just
well, it's
throw the lever
car ride home. It should be our last."
and fun. Yeah, I don't know.
I was out with Zivan and he did do your Dark Knight. Someone was like, he was talking about Batman, and then they're like, he's like the Dark Knight, and then they were like, what Batman? And he's like, the Dark Knight. he silenced a woman on that.
That's
There was
nice. I like
silenced
that.
You silenced a woman, man, with your DC cinematic knowledge.
I sometimes I don't know how I sound. That's another issue.
I'd pay
Sometimes-
$20 to watch a 2-hour movie of just clips of Zivan correcting women.
Zivan top 10 silencing them.
Well, there's going to be a director's cut.
Director's cut.
I will tell you that much.
Pete Moore's director's cut.
Have you seen it?
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
The 3-hour version is much better.
Yeah. It was all over.
Well, what do you do when Nikki's wrong?
We gotta find a nice, peaceful way to get around to it, or we use comedy to show how it's silly. And I am often wrong myself, so that I have to laugh at myself too sometimes.
Yeah,
after like a mild spazzing of some sort.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Mild spazzing?
yeah, like you know when you think you're right but you're not, and you have a quick 5-second spaz, and you go,
Yeah.
oh no, that was a spaz.
Right.
But you gotta have that moment sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you ever have friends in your life, and then you're like, it's like the more and more you realize, it's like, why are they like the annoying, not chill one? And then you're also like, oh, they've like never really like dated someone.
Yeah.
And then the overlap becomes, you're just like, oh, like you just have never had a moment where, even if you were right, like sometimes you just got to go like, fuck what I think. Like you've never just had anyone, that you have to. It's like
Only children are like that.
What?
Only children.
It can be,
like that.
yeah. But I think I'm gonna speak only on the guy side right now. But it's like, because that's like the ultimate question. It's like for like a 22-year-old guy, it's like, can I be right, or do I want to like keep getting laid? Like that's like, you're like, what a balancing act. And then for the most part, you go, keep getting laid is way better than being right about like how Jordan
Knight.
Peterson is like received in the media. Like your girlfriend's
It's
like,
always that. It's always
it's something bull. It's like I think he's kind of a weird guy, and he's like, I don't think you're just like, you're not like listening. You're not like listening to what he's saying, babe. All right, like just actually consider like what it might be like to be a guy in like 24. And she's like, just don't. You're being weird. I'm being weird. And then it's like you have to go, yeah, you're right. I'm being.
Yeah, it's also not our job to like you said, defend Jordan Peterson in the media after the only thing our girlfriends have ever consumed are these sound bites with someone on TikTok talking after his sound bite saying how evil he is.
Yeah.
Like just painting that picture. She's watched that for 3 weeks straight, like one video a day, and then she's like, I hate Jordan Peterson, and you go,
yeah,
he's actually really good for young men in this country.
I'm not a Jordan Peterson, and I feel like what I got, but I'm it's a character.
But it's like that. It's like if your girlfriend says Joe Rogan's stupid, you go, well, yes, some people say he sucks, but also there's some good stuff, and also who cares? It's
what about there's only one good Joe Rogan episode, and that's where they bring on the Korean guy who I'm forgetting his name, the artist that also might have been.
He did the mural for Apple and they gave him stock.
Yeah, and now he's like a bit. And then there's like, he's like, well, you were really good friends with Anthony Bourdain. And then it's just like the most intense, and he just like starts crying. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like what a powerful, not even a conversation, but it's just like, wow. Like, I'm like, you hate to say it's like, yeah, some guy talking about his friend who killed himself passing is like, I'm like, that's must watch TV. But I'm like, wow, that was moving. That was a moving
there
moment.
are like a bajillion Rogan episodes. So like statistically, some of them are probably fine.
You're bound to get 4 minutes. It's actually deeply impactful media.
Watch the ones you want. Who cares?
No, literally. I mean, it's almost like a buffet at that point. You can kind of, there's different genres of Rogan.
Yeah, but arguing with your girlfriend about people in the media is a silly thing. The first year of us dating was like drunken 2 a.m. arguments about politics where it didn't change anything, whether which person was right or not wrong. So.
Do you ever do that? Like you have like a drunken.
Sounds like you wore her down.
I did not. I just go, she's a witch and I'm me. She has powers. I do not.
Powers. I think that's a good feedback, right? Or like to loop it all together is like the drunken one. I think you have like a good. I remember like I think you have a good gal, a good person in your life. That you might be, in the romance side when it's like. You have like I've had like goofy ass fights drunk with my girlfriend.
So goofy, yeah.
Like eating, like I can't like eating like you're in the middle of like being so drunk and you're like eating chips out of like and like looking for dip in the fridge, and then she's like, but what about otters? And I'm like, I don't fucking know about the otters. And then you just womp, it's and then it's 10:38 in the morning, and you're like, what the hell were we like arguing about? And she's like, I don't know. What the you want to get brunch? I don't know.
Every time it's like, you don't care about poor people, and I'm like, what? We are poor.
But is it dropped? Is it by Saturday, by Sunday at 11:02? You're just kind of like in the morning.
They don't happen anymore.
Yeah, they're just
like, I would say when we first started living together, we had like my hazy IPA meltdown, which I've mentioned on the podcast many times, where I just got like near blackout on hazy IPAs at Stage AE, and I had just a full-on tantrum.
Hello.
And that was like a fight for no reason, all my fault.
Word.
And then like maybe one or two other like random politic fights, and then like here in this place we've had 0 drunken fights.
I mean, this is a hard place.
But the real fights, there have been not sober fights.
There have been
harrowingly sober fights.
Sober fist fights.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The crack of dawn is sword fight on the yard.
Which female comics could you beat up?
That's a hell of a question. Do you mean, please don't make me tell, in the scene?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know the podcast takes turns like
There's
this.
a new comic. Her name is Pammy Moomer. There's Lara Shilbertine. She's been at Scarps a couple of times. Which female comics?
Lara Shilbertine?
You can just do people that we're friends with, so it's not scandalous. Like, could you beat that shit out of Georgia, or would that be close?
Can I?
Oh, I don't.
Here's what I'll say.
It's a little.
People always say that, I could take Zivan in a fight. Zivan's so scrawny, and he doesn't look like he would.
I've never said that.
You never said that.
And I've never said.
But people say that, and I'm just
Is it just Trevor?
It's whoever has ever seen me and heard me talk. But it's always like, they don't have, this is based on nothing. I mean, that's actually based on nothing. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not going to then flip it and be like, I'm actually a genius at fighting and I could take on anybody. I just think it's weird how quick people are like, yes, this man could be my bitch in a second. And I'm like, are we sure about that?
I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
I am very aware of, for lack of a better word, the ego that lies within inside you or within you.
the wise hawk hides his talons kind of thing.
I know how much you like your brain, and if someone ever threatened to be like, "Hey, we're gonna end your life," you would like scream, cry until they were dead, and like pull their eyes out.
No, it'd be like a Zivan version of like the Sherlock Holmes fighting style. It'd be like
carotid artery.
Scream at 200 decibels in their ear.
Exactly. It'd be like Georgia has nose ring on. Pull nose ring out.
Discombobulate.
Discombobulate. Snap in ear really loud.
Yank gauges.
Lesbian female, soft midsection, front kick.
Palm to solar plexus. Palm to solar plexus. Palm to solar plexus.
Show cocaine, right hook.
It could work.
I don't know. I think Zivan would get smashed with the chair. It's like he's thinking. No, the thing is, it'd be like, and you see the beautiful concoction of fighting he's cooking in his head. Like the sheet music is so beautiful. I don't know how the mechanics of it all would work. I don't.
Well.
Do you carry a knife?
I did when I was a teenager.
Well,
Did you grow up
in a tough neighborhood, or did you just like to have a knife on you?
I like to whittle sticks into wands.
I was a little younger when I had my knife on me at all times. Probably 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like middle school summers. You'd be like, let's throw a knife in that zip bag.
That would be me. Yeah.
Can you get like a concealed carry license for a knife?
I think you're allowed to just have.
Actually, it's illegal to import ballistic knives and switchblades out of the Switchblade Code of 1958 in America.
And did you learn this when you were researching for West Side Story?
No. It is true. I learned it because the AI was like, I had to talk about ballistic knives being a bad thing.
So I was going to say, you should just like carry a huge knife on your waist belt to open mics.
It's not a bad idea.
And then people will start talking to you a little different.
right.
that Zivan's packing.
And then you could just like start eating apples.
Yeah.
Like that cool way in movies.
What
the
are your
cowboys
intentions
do.
with my daughter?
When are you gonna put me up?
Have
Ron?
you have you told Pete about your job?
My job?
Your
get a
robot job?
My robot job? Oh, you don't know about my robot job?
No.
Dude, I'm like a AI guy now.
Oh yeah.
I'm big in AI.
Yeah.
I do like DEI, like I do diversity and like equity and inclusion for like the the AI. Like other words, I just train the AI to handle sensitive topics.
Yeah.
Like the AI, it'll like so you have to write fake prompts though. It'll be like, God, Linda in my office has the fattest ass. It's like, what are 10? It's like, give me some ways that I could squeeze it discreetly. And then the AI doesn't always know. The AI is like, oh, Linda has a voluptuous rump. I think I can provide you a few ways where you can get a. And I'm like, bad AI, dude.
Try
Don't.
cornering her.
Yeah, it's like things like that. It's like it doesn't always know. So you got to be like, dude, what the fuck, man? I feel like I'm training like a problematic 7th grader to be
Give me
like
5 reasons why the Jews are bad.
No, wait
a minute.
No, they recently said it'd be like don't make it so obvious. It knows now when you're asking it a question like help me. Can you give me ways to like, make meth? It knows that's bad.
Yeah.
But now it'd be like making meth is pretty cool, huh? I bet there's like what's the what's the name of that funny little thing, like the base of the drug again, and like how much of it do I need? And it's like oh, you mean Sudafed? You need like at least 10 containers of that to make meth.
Yeah.
And it's like awesome. Like so as long as you don't say can you help me? It's like it'll be like, Filipino. What's it? It'll be like Filipinos are freaky, huh? And it'll be like, yeah, brother, tell me about it.
It's a silly thing though, because also it's just stuff from the internet. So like if AI doesn't tell you, you're not gonna be like, oh no, I can't make meth. You're just gonna go on YouTube and find some guy with 10 views that's telling you how to make meth.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I always don't get. That's what I never get.
And they're paying you.
And would they pay me? Yeah, they pay me. They pay me $15 an hour.
That's nice.
It is nice. I don't need to drive. I don't need to go anywhere. I have no colleagues. Actually, me and Screever are colleagues now.
Oh,
yeah. He signed up, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, me and the Screevester.
I was thinking I was gonna apply.
Yeah, you
That'd be
should.
good.
I get a $100 referral. So I told you, and I told you this. This will just go to Facebook ads for our show.
That's what you said would go to Facebook
And
ads.
and drinks, and then you said alcohol too, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
that's
so
what drinks are. Yeah,
Zivan likes alcohol.
I know we both
do.
like alcohol.
we do.
Yeah.
He'll get a cut of his referral fee.
Actually, Blake told me the same thing. He said if I start donating plasma, he gets a referral fee, and he'll put it all towards my new rent.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna be drunk, plasmaless, full of AI.
That's right.
That's actually probably the best way to be full of AI.
Is plasmaless?
Yeah, because then the drink's gonna hit way harder. You're gonna
That's very
have.
true.
You're gonna really be. Also, you have to make up conversations for the AI.
Yeah.
True.
So it's not just one thing. Like it's not just like, dude, I want to buy a bride, right? That'll
Yeah.
be sick. And then it's like I can't help with you buying like human trafficking is bad. And then I'll be like, dude, come on. Like I have to keep going in the conversation.
Yeah.
I get into the mind. I feel like I feel like a detective. I get into the mind of like terrible people, and I into the machine and the
Here's a
mind.
link to Hinge.
Yeah, it is honestly. It's like
You can kidnap your date.
the AI is
Make them
funny.
your bride.
I'm teaching it, man. It's like this is my 5-year-old that I gotta teach.
I'm
them.
debating whether or not I should re-download Hinge.
You know,
Because
now's not the time to be dating.
well, here's the thing: when I had a job, very difficult to date. For some reason, I think because I just like didn't have the time. But now,
experiment.
Last year when I didn't have a job, I was dating quite a lot.
Yeah, you had more free time,
Exactly.
and you're horny.
Exactly.
Well, let's try this. I know you won't do this, but maybe
Come to God.
maybe exist and do what you normally do, and then whoever like wants to be around you while you're poor and doing comedy all the time is probably cool.
That's true.
I think
And then they'll stick around, and then I'll. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
What about like just cool gals at the rock climbing gym? You know, like some of those
Dude,
places. Like maybe
I-
just meet some. Maybe just meet some. Maybe at the at the T-bar we
Yeah.
like to frequent where a bunch of artists hang.
I will
Maybe
say
just
I
meet
do
the girls
bump into
that way.
people. I do bump into enough people that I don't. Dating apps are nice because they like kind of facilitate stuff, but not really. I mean, they just turn me into a brain.
I love how you say bump into people. There's so many times you're very active in the like. I know that band. I know that T-shirt. Where'd you get that? It's. I think you make conversation, and you and then you see like a girl like kind of like kind of like free like, and then you're like oh, but then you you connect with them.
Do girls typically respond that way when I talk to them?
Only when only with the gun snap do you
That's
get
right.
them. Only with the gun snap is like that gun snap. They're like all right, they're
You there?
But that's kind of good.
Jiggle
It gives a
bit.
little bit. It's that kind of like that mystery and danger that like kind of pulls you in, right? It's
No.
like this guy's a little bit dangerous.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
almost
little bit
snapped my
freaky.
nose off.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, we'll see. I think the thing that made doing stand-up last year when I was unemployed really fun was I just had a lot of spare time to like really, really, really dive in.
Yeah.
I think I got like 15% better at stand-up when I didn't have a job for that period. The stuff that made it extremely hard were all of the bullshit like romantic tryst drama things I very obviously put myself into.
Yeah.
That's what made everything really
You
difficult.
don't got to do any of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you let it go, man.
So that
Get
might
back
be.
into the purity of it.
You should start jerking off in the morning and at night, and then doing comedy.
Do you jerk it? You guys still jerk it a lot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Try it less now, so that when the time comes for person-on-person interaction, that there's no variables.
No variables.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, that you're not running out of steam.
Yeah.
But if you don't keep the horse clean, then you know what I'm saying. If you don't brush the hair of the horse, you don't want the bronco to buck too early.
Well,
you know what
that's
I'm saying?
these are for right here. You know.
Right.
Oh, so you
pull
go
out and you go
wow, that's a good move.
right in her ear.
You want to know what I thought is? I mean, this is genuinely. This is how bizarre I was thinking. Is that you go and clamp? You'd go on your own cock and balls. You'd clamp.
balls.
You'd clamp down like this. You'd be like, no.
Pause.
I'm like, wait, teach me this tool.
Okay, now I'm thinking of like when people play pool, they have to hold the pool stick between the thing. Like they need it.
That's what
I gotta call my shot.
friend of the podcast, John. He's mentioned it many a times that that's how he used to jerk off. Was he would get to completion, he would be coming and he would pinch it until he got to a safe place to
Safe
expel.
place.
Yeah.
Well, you have to leave the school district, I guess.
I don't know if he was going from
His dick would look like that drawing of the boa constrictor that ate the elephant from The Little Prince.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a deep.
Yep. Just
Like a political cartoon.
My dick
It just says taxes on the end of his penis.
my dick inflation with
Yeah, it's like what does Carter think about this snake? You know, what are you talking about?
So Zivan, are you popping 14 out? You doing morning and night?
I suppose so.
Wow.
it'd be good for you. You would think about pussies so much less.
Right. Well, I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
I have been losing weight
That's good.
I heard you mention that.
on
You
purpose.
said like 10 pounds.
I think we're at 10.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I
What's
am
your secret? Tell
not
us your
eating
secret.
very much, and I am also taking Adderall.
That'll help. Amphetamines.
Yep. Yeah.
I bike also everywhere.
You bike? You're biking.
I'm trying to only Uber when I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Like I had to Uber to the dentist today.
Yeah.
But what about getting shredded? I think like what about
I don't want to get.
Yeah. What if we were all?
you don't want to get or you do?
I've never been
You
interested.
are
I
shredded.
see it and I'm kind of like, oh, that would be cool. He is shredded.
Yeah. You're already there.
No, I'm saying for you. Do you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
get shredded?
Me, I mean, I see the advantage that it would give me in different ways, but
I don't
it's
think there's that much of an advantage anymore.
anymore.
Well, when I was like playing like
Or like post shred. We're in a post shred economy.
I think so. I mean, like, like it's not really like the girls. Like, I think if I was like a data analyst, I think having like $105,000 more, it was more appealing to the girls than like if I'm like, oh, this guy's a shredded
Yeah.
open mic comic.
We're
Like,
not an
And I'll
open mic
get you
comic.
laid.
What? I'm not just an open micer. I wouldn't say that.
I'm not just an open mic comic, but I'm saying like from the maybe from
Listen, guys.
Yeah. Well, okay, so yeah. I mean, being shredded,
semi-professional.
it would be cool to like prove to myself I could make that happen. But really, I'm just like, I just want to be 20 pounds lighter, and then everything else is. I have other things going on in my life, you know.
Yeah.
My heart rate is like 50 BPM. I'm good, health wise.
Serial killer.
Yeah.
He's like, I've made my heartbeat beat at 50 BPM.
Well,
Discombobulate.
it's always eerie whenever I go to the,
Discombobulate. Soft jab.
yeah, whenever I even like take the Adderall before like the psych like seeing the psychiatrist, he's like, "Did you take it this morning?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Why is your heart rate like 55 beats per minute?" I'm like, I'm so healthy, doc.
Even the way you said that, I'm so healthy.
You don't think the doctor would also like, I don't know, maybe you need a better doctor because the doctor's like, oh, the drug that I make you take every single day of your life is like no longer as effective of your daily
Well,
life.
I'll tell you this much: it is.
Give
I
him
do
more
need
meth.
more. I
Yeah.
do.
I wanted this shit to fuck you up, man.
60 milligrams.
I do need a higher dosage. And I want the instant release too. That would be cool.
It's just
I do. Well, you're like, I need to feel it quick, and I need more of it.
Right now, when I take it, I just feel really on the level. I'm very much like, I'll let the other person speak.
you're a science
That's.
guy. Is
I
there
think
any-
that's like the regular. That's the regular.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah,
And actually,
right.
It's an effective drug.
Is there
like a
any
drug.
like long-term data on Adderall? There should be by now.
I think it does hinder your growth at times. Like
I mean,
when
but
if
I'm
you're taking,
not.
No, I mean, I know.
Yeah, when you're like a kid, maybe.
6'8".
Be bumping into doorways. That's another thing too. I don't want to be shredded, and to be honest, this is like an unpopular opinion. I don't share this very often. I wouldn't even mind if someone was like, Zivan, for medical reasons, you have to be 3 inches shorter. I wouldn't mind.
Why? You're like 6 foot.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind being a little bit smaller.
You want to be 5'9"?
I don't
so-
want
alright,
to be. I'm just saying.
You wouldn't mind it though. I'm 5'10" on a good day.
Uh-huh.
It's what it is. I don't. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible height.
I don't think it. Yeah, it's nothing good or bad about it. Part of me is just like, I see huge dudes, like really big dudes. I'm like, okay, that's cool when you're walking down Milan with Andrea. But what about when you get into a car, or you're in a bus, or you're on a plane, or like you bump into something? Like, I don't want to do that.
So if you're like
Yeah, but
an
you're 6
Italian
foot.
model,
Yeah,
which
I'm like
would be really cool.
For me, I kind of feel like I'm like the perfect height.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
I don't
I'm
know.
just saying it would. Just saying that I would. There's things about me that want ugliness. I guess is what I want to approach things that make me look worse.
You see why I
What?
think that's. Here's where I think we miss, like we're disconnected in a way. Why I think you'd want to be shredded is because you want to know, like for me, it's like I think it's like, well, what if it like all becomes like Samurai Jack mode, and like the world is like
Like post-apocalypse.
yeah, kind of like a post-apocalypse, and then I'm like a guy that's kind of shredded with like a sword, and I'm like wearing like a tattered poncho, and then it's just like, oh, he's already in the post, and then I feel like once you want that a little bit, where you're kind of like like a little bit of like
You know what? If you made a compelling case for a zombie apocalypse, I would.
You would just start a cult, and you just wear a big robe.
That's true, and I'd be like, "Don't look beneath my crimson
Yeah,
folds."
give me all your food and wives.
I just think if you were like if you just had like
You think that's what I would be?
Yeah.
I think if
that guy would see me and be like, I wonder if he'll do my nuclear taxes.
I think you're one good comic book / anime series from going, it might just be like
I have thought. I mean, I've seen stuff that I'm like, that would be cool.
you just don't
but-
think it'd be like you're looking over the city like this, and you have like you don't think that would be cool. and
Nope,
you're kinda-
never had that thought. No.
What? All right. That's the only thing that gets me in the gym is that my imagination takes me
the
there.
billowing cape.
Yeah, a little bit, or
Dude.
not. I don't know. No capes. Incredibles, yeah. No capes.
No capes.
Nut capes.
Not capes.
Yeah, I just want to like
What are your
have
fitness
less,
goals?
less phlegm,
Yeah, that's good.
breathe through my nose more.
Word. Do you remember that one pod we did where you would breathe at the end of every?
Oh yeah, I had to pull them. You're like, should I be doing this?
Yeah, you
I'm
did
like,
that.
no, I pull it away because I breathe loud.
Yeah.
Should I?
It's like, is this like a technique? I don't know. Is this like?
When you're talking, I'm here because I'm like,
This guy is crazy. You should get off Hinge.
You got good legs though. You got good legs. It looks.
yeah, the muscles
Morris?
underneath all this.
Yeah. No, you look very
We're just,
strong.
Do you hit the gym? You go to the gym a little bit?
No.
He just
I'm active.
slams phones down at work.
Play a lot of golf. That's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
do it.
Swing. I hit a lot of golf balls down there.
How does Nikki feel about your body?
She's fine with it. She wants me to eat healthier.
She wants you to live longer.
Yeah.
You're like, babe. When I'm golfing, I'm only having like 7 beers. it's a good workout.
I actually don't drink when I golf.
That's good.
Yeah.
But is it though? Because I only drink when I golf.
Well, I mean, if you don't like golf, you have to drink when you golf.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. I'm not good at golf, nor do I think.
I have a weird. Maybe it's
I like golf.
the same as Zivan's physics thing, where I'm like, I need to be as good at this as possible.
golf.
Golf and comedy, yeah.
I feel that way about darts.
Yeah, darts is sick too. I would love to get sick at darts.
I just because there's a dartboard at SCAF, like it was just kind of looked at, and then I was just in Boston with Maddie, my girlfriend, and just they had like all these dartboards up, and then I was just like, I would feel bad because there'd be moments where it's like, all right, I need a 17, and then she'd kind of look at me like, or I'd be like, you need a 37, bang a 20. I'd be like, ooh, hit a 15, babe. Sorry, like, and I'd be like, 2, and then she'd get like upset, and which kind of felt off. But then I made her get better.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was nice.
that's the goal,
Then
too.
she was kind of getting revved up, and she got me. On
Yeah,
that, and
like if Nikki plays golf too, so she'll get frustrated. She's like, "Well, you're just so much better. Like, you just like beating me." I'm like, "No, I want you to beat me. I want you to be so much better, and that would be so much fun."
yeah.
It's good to have a partner you can kind of compete with a little bit.
Yeah,
in some way.
She's a psycho too.
Really, when
she's
she's on
just out
when she's on the green.
She played D2 soccer, so
Oh,
she'll pull your hair and kick your pussy.
Hello.
Yeah,
She'll give you one to kick.
yeah. And you know what else is bullshit? You know how everybody on the internet goes, "Oh, guys reach a certain age and they get obsessed with something." Yeah. What else are we gonna do?
True.
We're gonna save the world?
Oh, you
Are
mean
you
like
saving the world?
Oh, you mean that meme where it's like
It's like,
guys will turn 35 and they'll pick this thing to become their.
smoking meat, golf.
And it's always like really fun social things.
Yeah.
It's always like.
Oh, did Nikki get locked out? Hold on.
Yeah. Hello.
Speaking of which,
My dad got really good at jazz guitar for like the second round of that.
oh, for
Like 60. That's when he's like, wouldn't it be cool if I was like getting.
She's back in.
Hello. You're good.
no problem. We were talking about you,
Yeah, we were talking actually in a very nice light.
your
Yeah.
competitive spirit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, people do pick a thing, and it's like, heaven forbid you try to grow.
Yeah, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to die in a war. That's another meme. That's another meme. Men used to go to war, and it's like, do you want that?
Yeah, now we subcontract wars.
Actually, best case
We
scenario.
hired Death Squad mercenaries to
Yeah.
do that. God.
Best case scenario, you go to war and you die. Worst case scenario, you come back and you're all fucked up, and then you make everyone else's life horrible.
You think the phone made it a little? I mean, I don't know. I always think, you know what's always crazy about war is that like how they had to change it up when they were just like, okay, what if we, like all the guys, like from a certain generation, they're like, yeah, and they're all living in a town. And it's like, yeah, and they went from preschool to high school. They all like grew up with each other. They played sports and did music and like hung out. They're like, yeah. It's like, let's make them now all join in the same platoon.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so it's just like, even if you live, it's like, oh, I just saw the guy that was my best friend since I
Yeah.
was 7 get blown up by a cannonball.
Yeah.
Our point guard, Timmy, is dead.
Yeah. God. It's like, that guy used to do such a good Fat Albert impression. But I think it was good that they changed that up. They're like, maybe let's not have a whole town just be exploded in a field in
exterminated.
France. Yeah.
One positive, maybe if there were closeted men of that era, they could explore their sexualities together in the army.
That is a good point. I mean,
In the name.
yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of homoeroticism in the military.
Blowjobs in the trenches.
Yeah. There was what was it? The Band of Thebes. You guys know the Band of Thebes?
I know.
The pirate game?
No, not Band
That's
of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, a Band
Band of Thieves is the band.
Thebes.
Thebes?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Like Thebes?
Yes. Yes. Agreed.
Say more.
It was a group that very famous fighting squad of all gay Greek Thebans.
That's good.
And the idea was that every Theban had a partner, so that it was everyone and their husband, their partner. So it'd be 150 partner pairs, and the idea was that you didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your
in front
lover.
of your
And
husband.
you don't want them to die either.
You don't want them.
That is actually kind of
This is like old Greek, like
It's actually too.
This is 06, bro.
These guys were in Afghanistan.
And,
Actually.
1972.
They, I think they all died in the same battle. The
Who
band.
got them? The Persians?
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
300.
Yeah.
That was 300.
I mean, there was like
They were 300.
serving cunt boys. Thanks for serving cunt boys.
Gentlemen.
I like to serve my country.
I know. They were really slaying Persians. Okay, look,
It's giving
it's giving
gay warlord.
It's giving arrow wound to the duanam.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, bitch.
It's like a gay samurai doing like seppuku. Like, I like totally embarrassed my family.
The enemy's closing in.
Jesus Christ.
How long we do?
I think we're at an hour.
All right,
We're at an hour.
53-ish minutes.
We're at 53.
We gotta get you good boys on the road. What time is it?
7:28, 7:29.
I,
I'm good to call it. I mean,
What?
I'm good to call it.
You're good
if
to
you guys
call
are-
it.
Yeah.
Closing remarks. I'm good too. I'm good too.
What's
your last question? Maybe
This will be
the 2-minute question.
2-minute question.
I don't know. Whatever the kind of our closing point.
Oh, we don't have any closing.
Oh, we don't have any closing point.
You guys are having a show.
We are.
2 shows coming up
When is this gonna be out?
together. This will be out like Monday next week.
Oh, then we're good. Yeah.
The 29th of Saturday, we have a show at Bantha Tea Bar. It's going to be great. It's our first Saturday show. We always try to put up a mix of some of Pittsburgh's finest comedians, and they're just trying to have a space where, you can get better at doing the craft and like not having the pressure of, seeing someone do a tight 5 or a tight 10. This is kind of like
It's a good show. It's a good show.
So what's the rules?
The rules are it's a book show, but whenever Nate describes it, he makes it sound like we only book orphans.
So you book some people with potential.
That's
That's probably the best way to put it.
I think. I like the
second.
idea. I think.
Am I retarded?
I think it's a pay. I'm trying to make a state a place where it's okay to fuck up because you want it to.
But
try
people
something.
don't often fuck up, and it's usually a flawless show.
No. And then the next show we have is on Tuesday, July 23rd. It's going to be the Bumping Mics. Our show, Nagvajara Bumping Mics at the fantastic.
It's two mic Tuesdays.
2 mic Tuesdays.
Bumping mic format.
Bumping mic
Bumping mic
format.
If you know what that is.
Where pairs of Pittsburgh's elite, the upper echelon of comedians, will be sharing the stage together, Mike and Mike.
Yep.
It should be a fantastic.
I have
show.
a set coming up June 28th at Sunken Bus, opening for Ryan Goodcase. So please come to that. That'll be a lot of fun. Tickets, I think, are $25 for general admission.
So now we're doing solo stuff.
I mean,
You can
we're
do
here.
some stuff. If it's in Pittsburgh, yeah.
If you're in Philly,
Or Philly, yeah, sure.
I'm going to be featuring for Learn More Janasi on the 25th, June 25th.
Yeah,
Thank you
he
very
asked me
much.
to, because he got all famous recently. He asked me, he goes, Pete, I can't headline all these shows. Can you help me headline these? And I said, no.
Can you help me?
Can you help me?
I said, no.
No.
Peter.
And then he went.
you to help.
I need you to headline.
I
Pete.
you to help me.
Pete, can I be on the podcast? no, I'm sorry.
I was just on Skullet.
Just go.
I'm fresh off a Skullet. The podcast.
Favorite at Bormans. Favorite. regular on Bormans.
Small Chris's podcast. Little baby Chris. I put him on my shoulders. I said, look at this boy.
And everyone goes,
Zabetnya
Poor man's podcast.
podcast.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Goodbye.